Hello, and thank you for your interest in the RA application process. Over the next few minutes, we'll talk with you about the application process and timeline. If you are still unsure about the role and responsibilities of the RA position, please check out our other podcast, ironically named RA Roles and Responsibilities. Let's start with the timeline and components of the application. To begin, you will need to go to the Residence Life website, click on the iLead logo, and then read through all of the information under Step 1. After you've read the section, click Step 2 to start your application. Then log in using your unique ID and password. This will take you to the application. Fill out the entire application, including the names of 2 references. Please note that these references should be able to speak to your abilities to fulfill the RA position. One reference should be a current or past Residence Life staff member, which could be an RA, your hall advisor, or a central staff member. The second can be anyone who is not a family member. The application process is also composed of 5 essay questions. These questions include: why do you want to be a resident assistant, and how will this position contribute to your life goals? How has living in a residence hall enhanced your educational experience in college? Why did you choose your first preference of living learning community? Why did you choose your second preference of living learning community? What contributions can you make to each of your living learning community preferences? Once you're finished with the application and essays, press the Save button at the bottom of the page. To submit your finished application, click on the Workflow tab, check the Submit Application button, and then click Submit. Due to the number of applicants, we cannot guarantee an interview for every application received. If you are selected to continue on in the process, you will be notified concerning the interviews. After the application deadline, the Office of Residence Life staff will perform grade and conduct checks to verify eligibility for the position. The interview process is a formal one. Please dress in business casual for all interviews, no jeans or flip-flops. Okay, let's talk about the 4 different application processes that we have. They are the Spring Mid-Year Hire process, Heritage Commons, Study Abroad for those who are studying the spring, and the main next academic year process. The Spring Mid-Year Hire process will help to fill any vacancies in the halls at the end of the fall semester. To be considered for this process, you must be an upper-class student who has lived on campus for at least 2 semesters. There are a limited number of positions for the spring semester, so if you are not hired, you can choose to be a part of the next academic year process. Listed on the screen are the important dates for this process. The Heritage Commons process also takes place in the fall semester. This process is early so that if you are not hired for one of the 6 positions in Heritage Commons, you will still be eligible for hire for another hall on campus, as long as you have not already signed a Heritage Commons contract. For this process, you must have already signed or be willing to sign a Heritage Commons contract. This is a year-long binding contract for your apartment. Interviews for this process will take place in mid to late November. If hired for this position, you will also have the opportunity to select up to 3 roommates for your apartment. This will be outlined in your letter. Review the following dates if this process applies to you. The Study Abroad process is for applicants who are studying abroad this spring but wish to apply for the main next academic year process. Similar to the Heritage Commons process, interviews will take place in mid to late November. Lastly, the main next academic year process is for any students interested in being an RA for the following academic year. Interviews will take place early in the spring semester. Thank you for taking the time to watch this podcast about the RA application process. If you have any questions, please contact your RA, hall advisor, or the Office of Residence Life at 513-529-4000.